Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with SmartOptionTrading.com. Happy Friday, guys. It's the 23rd of January. This is our weekly recap. It goes out for free. We'd love to have you join us in our live trading room on Discord. You can come over to SmartOptionTrading.com and follow the link there. So let's talk about this week. And, it's been another one of those kind of wild, weird weeks. When we look at the SPY, you can see we had that big down move on Monday. Felt like the world was going to end. That was after Trump's more tariffs for to 25% for European countries supporting Greenland. That was on Tuesday. He was in Davos on Wednesday. We gapped up. He said, "Well, I don't really mean it. I got what I want. I just want access for the Golden Dome." And up we came. Um, that was what was bothering the market. Bottom line is we did not get to a 3% pullback. Now, the last 2 days of recovery just kind of stalled out here. Why? Don't know. None of the details have really been worked out or shared of how that's going to happen, but I'm assuming that can be done. At the same time, you have big earning coming up. Right? Earning season's in full swing, and so far earnings have been meh. Especially the banks. Intel was a stinker last night. So we came up, we stalled here. Next week we have big names like Microsoft and Tesla are in there. I think Meta's in there as well. Boeing, you get the idea. So we got some big names coming up next week. Bottom line is the market stalled out, but it's sitting here right above the 8 and the 21 day, and it is just shy of the 696.09 all-time high. When you look what else was going on out there, the Qs, similar, kind of sitting here, though a nice little better move today. The IWM hit a new all-time high yesterday, hitting a nasty pullback today to the 8-day. The Dow also just missed the all-time high yesterday. Silver has been on an absolute tear. New all-time highs here. Gold hit a new all-time high as well. For you, my friends out there who like Bitcoin, it's not your time. What else? Bonds got absolutely destroyed and came running back. That's good. We don't want to see bonds drop. However, the dollar is getting crushed. New lows here on the dollar. So where does this bring us to for this week and everything else going on out there? Let's touch on the VIX real quick. The VIX gave a buy signal, right? We talk about the VIX out of the Bollinger Bands. It's risk off. Back in the Bollinger Bands, it's risk on. We got that on Wednesday, and here we are all the way back down. The market's just decided not to move. So when we talk about the SPY again, quickly, we remain stuck here. And again, we've been talking about the general pattern here is up. The general path is up, 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 but we're really in a very slow motion. They don't want to let the market break out. Every time we hit a new all-time high, they instantly yank it back. Every time we try look like we're about to sell, they instantly push it back up. You have a very sideways market. So it's about momentum. So let's start off with the financials. The financials are getting killed here. So this is a big component of the market, and this is not good. JP Morgan, they did not like their earnings. It's taken that out. That 200-day looks like it's looming. Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, all coming in. Goldman, who they loved on earnings below the 21-day here. Morgan Stanley also well below the 21-day. So, we'll kind of see how this all plays out as we move forward. Energy has woken back up with crude moving. We had a new 52 plus week high here on the XLE. ExxonMobil put a new all-time high in. They like Schlumberger earning traded that today, hit a new little bit of a high here. Chevron's been strong, right? You can see they're piling into the same names here, staying with the ones they like the best. Overall, not a lot going on there though. What else? XBI Biotech, new all-time highs yesterday. We saw big moves in Moderna. That was one of my outperform names for the year. I never got a chance to buy it. Boy, did that go off. Gilead also hitting a new all-time high. Meanwhile, names like Lilly remain strong. J&J had a good report. It hit a new all-time high yesterday. And overall, BMY, Merck are hanging in there ahead of earnings. Okay. What else should we talk about? How about the semis? The SMH has hit a new all-time high yesterday. Micron, stop me, new all-time highs. SanDisk, another one. Stop me if you heard this, new all-time highs this week. You take those aside, then there's Intel. Listen, I know some of you guys love this company and you think the world of this company, but I'm going to tell you this right now. This was a stinker of a report. I don't care that the United States government has a huge investment in them. I don't care if that NVIDIA and SoftBank have put billions of dollars into them. It's the same horrible company that can't get stuff done and really just hasn't figured it out yet. They're not going to go away. Don't misunderstand me, right? They're not going away, but they talk about their foundry business, but when you drill down and get them to admit to details, they're 80% of the revenue of their foundry business. I mean, they have no customers and their high-end chips are still being made by Taiwan Semi. So, it's hard to like this company as they really just can't get their act together and they guided down yet again. In the midst of one of the greatest semiconductor rushes we've seen, they continue to guide down and be weak. Speaking of Taiwan Semi, they hit an all-time high last week, hanging in there. Nvidia remains stuck. Looked like it was ready to break out today, couldn't, sold off. AMD is very close now to the all-time high of 267.08. It's had a nice recovery. Traded that a bunch of times this week. What else we have going on out there? Switch gears to crypto coin, right? Looking horrible, way down today, breaking the range lower. Hood continues to try to hold in there, but couldn't hold the break of the 8-day today. Go over to software. Palantir had a nice little bounce today, but again, can't hold the 8-day. Meanwhile, we're seeing names like Oracle, who continue to be weak. ServiceNow, Salesforce, right, as they get a little bounces here, but overall, the software and the cloud sector continues to be very, very weak. And that brings us to big cap tech and Microsoft. What a candle today. No particularly good reason for it today, but today it exploded. Nice move up here all the way back to the 470 area as we go into earnings next week. Amazon also a nice candle filled that gap from earlier this week back up here into the 240 area, looking good. Tesla has been largely, out of play of late. It's holding in fine. It's just no power, but it is above the 21-day, and that's important because it struggled to break that. Meta had a beautiful 2-day breakout. I traded it yesterday. I traded METU on it today, and it looks like it wants to try to get up towards that 200-day as we go into earnings. Apple continues to look APL, Michael, like hot death, even though it held in today. Google is in digestion mode here, not much going on. We had earnings from Netflix last week. They didn't like this week. They didn't like it. They dumped it. They're buying most of it back here, but overall remains weak. So bottom line, as we go into next week, the market here is going to focus on earnings names, earnings, earnings, earnings. We have the Fed next week. We are not expecting a rate cut going into this one. We have some data. I think we have PPI is on Friday, but bottom line, earnings will be the focus. So I'll do some charts on Sunday. I hope you all have a great weekend. Football on Sunday as well. Big snowstorm here on the East Coast, so we'll see how that plays out on Sunday into Monday. I'll catch you guys all bright and early in the room. If you want to join us, link in the description below. We'd love to have you.